You're watching WICS TV 20. 20 News starts now.
Cardinal Joseph Bernardine joins thousands of Roman Catholics today to celebrate the Chicago Archdiocese 150th anniversary. Good evening. Cardinal Bernardine is still receiving overwhelming support from the Catholic Church amid charges of sexual abuse.
Today, the Cardinal held his first Mass since the allegations were made. He continues to maintain his innocence. Stephen Cook has filed a $10 million suit alleging the Cardinal sexually abused him when he was a pre-seminary student in the 1970s. The Cardinal has continually denied the charges, saying he would like to meet Cook and pray with him.
The Archdiocese of Chicago has developed and put in place a very, very comprehensive and strict policy for dealing with these situations. And our first outreach is to the victim or the alleged victim. And since we started, practically all the other dioceses have used our policy as a model.
Attorneys for the Cardinal argue the case should be thrown out of court in accordance with the statute of limitations. Cook's lawyers say cases of alleged abuse should be heard in court regardless of when the alleged abuse took place. The Catholic Church has created a board to deal with increasing allegations of sexual abuse by priests. Cardinal Bernardine is a member of that board. 23 priests have been removed from the Chicago Catholic Church for substantiated sexual allegations in the past year.
Police in New Orleans are calling it one of the worst multiple shootings in the city's history. A man uses automatic weapons to gun down most of his family early this morning. Tonight, 5 people are dead, including the gunman. Scott Simmons reports.
Police say it was an execution-style massacre that left only one survivor. EMTs rush a 9-year-old boy to Charity Hospital. The rest of his family is inside dead. Police survey a grisly scene all at the hands of Dwayne Parker, an out-of-work waiter and musician who for some reason snapped. Inside the home, police say Parker went on a rampage, gunning down his 29-year-old common-law wife, Anna Smollett, her 8-year-old daughter, Sita, and the couple's 4-month-old twins, Rial and Zari. The chain of events began as a domestic argument in the house owned by Walter Palmisano. Palmisano ran to the roof to hide from the gunman until police arrived. When officers kicked in the front door, Dwayne Parker shot himself.
It's a random shooting throughout the house. One of the horrible scenes are 2 twin babies inside of a baby bed, both killed inside the baby bed.
Inside, police found a small arsenal, including an AK-47 rifle, a MAC-11 assault weapon, and a .45 Colt Derringer. A few days ago, Parker reportedly bragged about the guns to a neighbor.
He was talking about the guns that he had, that his brother had. And he said if anybody tried to mess with his family, he was going to use them.
Friends say the couple was having problems, but they never guessed it would have come to this.
I called her last night. I said, I need to talk to you. Something's going on. And she said, I can't. There's trouble at home. And we were supposed to meet this Monday.
That meeting will never take place, and it appears there was nothing anyone could have done to prevent this massacre from happening.
This brutal murder scene now brings the city's murder total to 350, far surpassing the previous record set in 1991 of 346 homicides. The sad reality is that there is still well over a month left before the end of the year. In New Orleans, Scott Simmons for NBC News.
An 86-year-old woman is dead and her son is in jail for allegedly stabbing her to death with an ice pick. Authorities say the elderly woman was found in the hallway of this apartment complex. She had been stabbed in the mouth. A bloody ice pick was recovered. It's believed to be the murder weapon. The woman had shared the apartment with her 55-year-old son. He's being held tonight without bail. The murder is under investigation. A motive is not known at this point.
A skydiver is lucky to be alive tonight after crashing into a single-engine plane carrying 4 people. All 4 died in the crash. The skydiver jumped from a plane and fell into another aircraft. The plane then went into a tailspin and crashed. The skydiver free fell to the ground and only broke his ankle. Aviation officials are investigating.
In Macedonia, just southeast of Bosnia, a plane slammed into a snow-covered hillside, killing 115 people. Officials say only 1 person survived the fiery crash. The jet went down about 100 miles south of the capital of Skopje. It was flying from Geneva to Skopje, but had been rerouted to avoid a bad winter storm. The Soviet-made plane had flown over the Ohrid airport once and was making a second attempt to land when it went down about 4 miles east of the airport.
The fourth day of that American Airlines strike draws to a close, but the strike itself appears far from over. Pickets supporting the striking flight attendants continue. American Airlines Chairman Robert Crandall says the strike is costing the company more than $10 million a day. He says as few as a third of the airline's flights would be available for passengers this week. At Chicago's O'Hare International Airport, the airline says it will put passengers on 12% of its flights from Chicago. Passengers are asked to call the airline if other arrangements are necessary.
And now here's Jerry with a look at our first weather tonight.
Very nice today. We saw lots of sunshine. Temperatures tonight are going to probably drop into the 30s, possibly the lower 40s. And then once again, temperatures tomorrow are going to be above normal. We're looking for highs tomorrow in the 60s with 53, the high right here in Springfield. And of course, we will have the full forecast in just a bit.
Sounds great. Thank you, Jerry.
And coming up, we'll take a look at some holiday crafts that may make a perfect holiday gift.
And a reflective look back at our 35th president.
President of the United